let's have a chat with Amos Murphy, City Reporter podcast co-founder. Amos, how are you doing?
Yeah, not bad, guys. How are you?
Yeah, not so bad. A bit of nerves ahead of tonight. How are you feeling about the game?
It's a weird one because we're used to playing Real Madrid in the early summer, late spring, sort of shorts and, well, maybe not in Manchester, shorts and t-shirt, but a light jacket. Going to the match, it's a semi-final, it's a quarter-final. There's something massive on the line. But tonight, it's a new format, it's a new round, and I don't think any of these two teams would have expected this fixture to come up as early as this. So I don't think you can call the Champions League knockout game a free hit, but it's certainly a case of if you go out here, then you've still got quite a lot of the season to sort of resurrect yourself, get into the top four, maybe win the FA Cup. It's a weird one, is what I'm getting at. It's a bit of a bizarre sort of setup to this match.
We were saying earlier on that Rudiger has often had sort of Haaland's number and wound him up and roughed him up, and he's found it difficult. He's not scored or assisted against Real Madrid, which is very weird for him in 4 games. But no Rudiger tonight, no Alaba tonight, and I think I quite fancy him to score. Whether that's going to be enough to give you the result, I don't know, but certainly should be an easier night for him.
You'd think so, but this season it hasn't always gone the way of Haaland, although I will maintain he's probably been one of City's better players in what's been a bad patch. I think he needs a big result. I think he needs a big result to sort of stand on his own 2 feet and suggest, he is the best striker in the world still, because I think he is, regardless of what City have been like this season. I will say in the second leg, I think it was in the 2022-23 season, if it wasn't for Courtois making a string of absolutely ridiculous saves, he probably would have had 1 or 2 goals. But I do think you're right. He needs this. He needs a performance against the so-called biggest club in Europe. And look, City are going to need him to do it as well, because goals haven't been sort of coming from many other places during this season. So yeah, Erling Haaland to have a big night. I think you can hopefully cross your fingers on that one.
Yeah, Rodri's been named in the squad, hasn't he? I doubt we see him tonight. I mean, I know we won't see him tonight, but maybe for the second leg.
I mean, if you've got a sort of a witch doctor who can cast a spell, I think that's the only way he's probably going to have 2 working knees in times. Although there have been some videos of him training and he seems to be moving a little bit better. To be honest, I would keep him in bubble wrap until the start of next season, because he is genuinely that crucial to City. It's hard to imagine they'll rectify what you would consider a successful season, deep run in the Champions League, because the players aren't there, the options aren't available. So I'd keep him wrapped up, and hopefully we can go again next year.
It's going to be hard keeping their superstars quiet. Any sort of selection issues? I mean, a Kanji at fullback, would you like to see that tonight, Amos?
Just looking through Real Madrid's attack, and then you sort of go into the midfield as well. It's been a chastening couple of days previewing this one. I think what City have to do more than anything is score goals, because we know this season that they will concede, and I don't think without Rodri, obviously Nico Gonzalez has come in, and hopefully he can add a little bit more energy in midfield, add a bit more protection. They're going to concede the goals. That has been the case throughout the season. So I'm going to big it up, and it'll end up being a 0-0, and you'll all start coming for me. But I wouldn't be surprised if we see a 4-3 or something like that, because it's 2 teams who have fantastic attackers. Real Madrid injury enforced, City sort of other reasons around it, can't really defend. So look, I'm crossing my fingers, and I'm hoping for a high-scoring affair, because I think the football world would enjoy that. Yeah,
you're going to want to take some kind of lead back, even a slim one, to Madrid, aren't you? Really,
without question. And genuinely, I'm not sure at what point you go up and say the margin of victory for City tonight would be enough for them to go for. If you offered a 3-0 advantage. You've seen how City have thrown away leads in 20 minutes, let alone 90 minutes this season. So I'm not sure exactly what cushion they'd take, but it's a great chance for them to sort of remind the world that they are still Manchester City. They are still 4 in a row champions. They are still the European champions from 2 seasons ago. These players, yes, they have limitations, but they haven't just lost all their ability overnight. So I think in the dressing room, they'll be up for this one, and they'll be looking to prove a point.
Enjoy the game, Amos. Thanks very much.
Good luck, Amos.
Thank you, guys.
Paul Hawksbee and Andy Jacobs, Monday to Friday afternoons 1 till 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.